Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Hope you're doing really well. Well, today's video is going to be part 2 of the British slangs and sayings and phrases video. I think I put one up maybe about 5 or 6 days ago now, just going through common phrases that you'll hear if you're in the UK, and we are going to do part 2 of that. I have them all written down. Well, they're not written down, they're on here. I did them on my phone, but I'm recording on my phone, so I've had to transfer them over to here. So we'll just go straight into it. The first one. Okay, so the first one is one that I don't think they just use in the UK, but it seems to be quite popular. That's sort of associated with the UK, and that's taking the piss. So if somebody's taking the piss, it just means they're taking the mickey, kind of. Some people say they're taking the Michael, or they're taking the mick. It's just another way of saying that they're taking the piss. If somebody's taking the Michael, if somebody's taking the mickey, I don't even know how else you would explain that. If somebody's taking you for a little bit of a joke, or they're taking somebody or some situation for a bit of a joke, they're taking the piss. You could say you were picking somebody up and they said, oh, I'll be ready in 15 minutes. So you turn up to pick them up and they're not ready, and they say, oh, I'll be 5 more minutes. So you wait outside, and then they're another 10-15 minutes, and you message them and they say, oh, I'll be another 10 minutes. At this point, you've been sat there for like nearly half an hour. You could be like, okay, they're taking the piss now. The next one is snowed under. Snowed under. So that can be when you're really busy. You could say, oh, I'm absolutely snowed under at work. I'm not going to get out of the office on time. I'm absolutely snowed under. It just means you have so much to do. There's so much work to do. Taking the biscuit. It's just a nice way of saying taking the piss. That's manky. That's manky. So that's dirty, or that's disgusting. Like if you see somebody like biting their nail, I've seen people bite their nails and then chew on them, like it's chewing gum or something, and somebody might say, oh, that's manky, that, or something. It's just anything that you might find a bit disgusting, or popped his clogs. He's died. He's passed away. He's popped his clogs. Chock-a-block. That just means really, really busy. So you could have gone to the mall shopping, and you've done shopping, and you might be speaking to your friend, and your friend might say, oh, how was the shopping centre? What was it like? Did you have a good time? Did you get everything you needed? And you might say, oh no, it was absolutely chock-a-block, so we just left. It was chock-a-block, so we just didn't get everything we wanted to get done. We just left instead. Which is what I do when the shopping centre is chock-a-block. I am out. I'd rather just come back when it's quiet. Keep your hair on. So if somebody is getting a bit stressed out, or they're kind of, it's normally when they're kind of maybe reacting negatively, or they're getting quite vocal that they're stressed out about something, and it's not necessarily warranted. Like, their reaction might be a bit of an exaggeration. You could say, alright, keep your hair on. Alright, keep your hair down. It kind of means calm down. Okay, calm down. Like, it isn't that serious. Calm down. Keep your hair on. Don't get your knickers in a twist. This can be used instead instead of keep your hair on. So it can be used in the same situations. If somebody's getting themselves wound up and is faffing around about something, and they're getting themselves stressed out, and it's not necessarily warranted, they're going a little bit over the top, you can say, okay, don't get your knickers in a twist. What's new? What's new? So this can be used if you are just seeing somebody you haven't seen for a while, and you can ask them and say, what's new? You're just asking them, what's new in your life? What's happened since I last saw you? But normally it's used in a bit of a sarcastic way. So if you do something that's very typical of your behaviour, say, oh, I got in trouble for being late to work again today. Somebody might say, oh, what's new? Because you're always late for work. Or you might have a hangover on Sunday, and you might be speaking to your friend and you'll say, oh, I haven't done anything today, like I've just nursed a hangover, I've been so hungover, so I've not done anything, I've just stayed in all day. And your friend, if that's something you do every weekend, your friend would go, oh, what's new? It's basically saying nothing's new, because that's just what you do. So it's just a sarcastic way of saying it. Some people will say, oh, no surprise there, no surprise there. It's raining cats and dogs. It's raining cats and dogs. That just means it's raining really, really heavily. It's chucking it down, is another way of saying it. It's chucking it down. Curtain twitcher. Curtain twitcher. I don't know if this is something just used in the UK or if it's used other places, but it basically means sort of a nosy neighbour. Like when there's an argument in the street, or there's something going on in the street outside the house, and there's always that one house where you can see the curtains moving because somebody's opened it a little bit to sort of spy around and see what's happening. The curtain's twitching. So curtain twitcher, it's just somebody that's really nosy and is kind of in everybody's business. Leg it, run fast, run. Leg it just means run fast, now go. Dodgy means suspicious, like there's something that's probably not quite right about that. Nice one. So this can be used in a good and bad way. So you could come home and say, oh, that job interview that I had today, you never guess what, they've just called me, I've got the job straight away, I start on Monday. And I will go, oh, nice one, and that means great, that's great. Or you could come back and say, I've just passed my driving test, I took my test today, I've just passed my driving test. And I would say, oh, nice one, that's saying, that's great, congratulations. Or you could come in and be like, say, oh, I've just drove onto the drive and I put my foot on the accelerator instead of the brake, and I've crashed into your wall, kind of destroyed it, and ruined your plants on the front there. And I would go, nice one. It's saying nice one sarcastically again. It doesn't mean good job. It doesn't mean well done. It means nice one. This sarcastic is just a sarcastic way of saying that's not good, that's not nice at all, that's bad. So yeah, it's just a sarcastic way of saying it. Basically, you could do something really good, and I can say well done by saying nice one, and you could do something really stupid, and I would then sarcastically say nice one. Living the dream. So if somebody could say to you, how how's your day been today? If you had a good day today, how's your day going? And I would go, living the dream, living the dream. It means, no, I'm probably bored at work. It's probably a boring time. A lot of people do it when they're at work. It's quite a common thing to say to somebody if they're at work, if you're walking past your colleague, not just a normal colleague. Can you hear my belly rambling? If you're just walking past your colleague that's not just a normal colleague but you're friends with, or you have a bit of banter with them, you could walk past and you could say, how's your day going? And they'll go, living the dream. They're not living the dream, they're just bored at work. Graft, that means working. If you're grafting, it just means working. It's just another word for work. Do one, that means go away, go away. Fuming, I'm absolutely fuming. That means you're really, really angry. Different strokes for different folks. Different strokes for different folks. That just means everybody has their own taste. Everybody has their own thing that they like. It's different for everybody. You've got a gob on you, or gobby. That means you're just quite mouthy. You're quite mouthy. You're gobby. Arse over tit. Arse over tit. It's when you fall over. So you might have all gone out, like a group of friends on a Saturday night. Somebody's had a little too many and they fell over. They fully fell over flat on the floor. Somebody would go, oh, he's gone arse over tit, or she's gone arse over tit. Bagsy means somebody might say, oh, I bagsy the front seat. So it just means you're calling the front seat. First dibs on the front seat. I bagsy the front seat, or I bagsy that. You're putting call on it. You're putting your name on it and saying that's mine. Throwing a strop or a paddy. It's just throwing a tantrum. A strop or a paddy. It's just throwing a tantrum. What else do we have? Bear just means a lot. I think these next few are sort of used more by a younger generation. A lot of the other ones like different strokes for different folks than ones. Probably something more that your older generation might say, and then these ones tend to be more of what your younger generation might say. So yeah, bear just means a lot. Dead just means it's just like, yeah, it's a negative thing really. So you could say, oh, like the atmosphere was dead, her attitude was dead. Yeah, that my tummy is grumbling so much. Yeah, it's just dead. Oh yeah, the night was dead. Just means it was rubbish. It was, no energy, no vibe, it was dead. Say less. So that sounds like it's rude, because it sounds like saying say less, stop talking. It doesn't mean it like that. It means kind of like I've heard enough. I don't need any more information. I've made my mind up on what you've already given me. Say less. Like somebody could be trying to convince you to do something that's good, and they're like telling you about it, and you're already on board with it. You'll already be there. You already understand. Say less. It's kind of like saying, okay, you don't need to say anymore. Like say less. I'm there. And the last one, calm. It's a little bit like say less, but I think say say less is, so calm would be probably used more at the end of a sentence, like if somebody's told you something, that's cool, okay, yeah, that's cool, you could use calm. Whereas say less is kind of okay, in it, like they're telling you like, oh, like this, let's do this, and or like and upselling you something, and you could be like, say less. They could just be giving you a piece of information and telling you about something, you could be like, calm, okay, that's cool. I never realized how hard it is to explain phrases or words when you're without using the phrase or word. Yeah, that is all of them. I think that was about 30. I could do another one though. I was thinking this, I could do either another one on common British insults, like insults that we use it, because I think a lot of our insults are quite sarcastic, so they sort of don't necessarily get picked up as being an obvious insult. I might do one